So I thought, do you know what, I'm not having this. People have done vines on him where they made out they're having sex with him. So I went to the police, they arrested 2 people, but there's nothing they could do because there's nothing in place. Basically, my son gets trolled a lot. Mm-hmm. And this is how...
On your page or on his or just in general?
No, him, out of all my kids, him. I'll explain it. So basically, he doesn't understand it, but I can, and I will stick up for him. So basically, I started off a petition that online abuse should become a criminal offence. And this is one powerful thing that no one can knock me for. Being a celeb in my way is powerful because I got enough signatures to make it go to Parliament as a debate. So at the moment, it's taken 2 years. We've been to the select committee and put our case forward. I've got over 235,000 signatures in 5 days. Normally you need 10,000 for anyone to look at it. Anyway, so I've done that, so it'll be Harvey's Law. We know in December if it's going to be a law. But the only thing stopping it is how much abuse should someone give before it becomes a criminal
what's the line, yeah?
Because us English, and that we are all matter of fact, you know, we've all got comments to say, but people know when you're over the limit. Like Frankie Boyle, I've done a documentary on him when he said on stage that the only reason I married a cage fighter was to stop Harvey fucking me, basically. And at the same time, Channel 4 were, in the adverts were promoting the Paralympics. So I wrote to Channel 4 and said, how can you be promoting the Paralympics yet you've got a comedian on stage mocking a disabled child? Anyway, they didn't apologise. Frankie Boyle didn't want to talk, so I done a whole documentary. So I was so angry that just because you're a comedian, what gives you the right to go on stage to mock people with like anything? So basically my message to him was, if his wife or kids ever had an accident and they got paralysed from the neck down and he had to care for them all the time, would he be taking the piss then? Things like that I get really serious about, as you can tell. I know we had lots of banter before we started and I switched into my business mode. So basically they call Harvey like, people say, how can you have a like that? He's a like, has he dribbled and all of this? So I thought, do you know what, I'm not having this. People have done vines on him where they made out they're having sex with him. So I went to the police, they arrested 2 people, but there's nothing they could do because there's nothing in place. So that's why I started this thing, because this is what I mean about social media.
How would you, I mean, I guess if from a UK perspective, you know, there could be some control over it, but how would you envisage that being policed from a worldwide perspective?
Well, think about it. There's so many people committing suicide now. It could be against anyone. There could be someone in the workplace being bullied. You could be gay, or your country.
Oh no, I get what the abuse is, but what I mean is how would the police actually, you know, police the problem? You know, given that these trolls could be international and.
I want to make it worldwide. I would go to all the countries and do it, but that's my next plan. I know I haven't spoken about business yet, but the thing is. Yeah, it should be stopped. What was I saying? Yeah, there should be something in place for it, definitely. But you know, like if you go and get a mortgage or a car, they want to know all your details, your past and all that. And I think all social medias should do the same, because otherwise people get closed down, then they could just open up another site with a different name. So I think it should be more like police, you know what I mean? More, yeah, so you can track these people. And I know for a fact that if trolls knew that there was something in place, that if they cross the line, they would get arrested and they could be put to prison, I think there'd be less of it. It won't stop it, but I think it'll make people think twice.